Folks, welcome to our first live broadcast for the day. And what we're going to be demonstrating is, without a question, the simplest and easiest way for anybody to build a business that's involved in any kind of network marketing or direct sales company. And we're going to be getting into actual texting tactics that work fast on Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, between Facebook and LinkedIn, you have access to over 3 billion people. In order to get started, the first thing you need is you need to have a profile. So we've got, whoops. Talk to me, Victor. This is your Facebook page, and what kind of, so right now you're basically invisible. I mean,
I never used it before until I started with you.
Okay.
And that picture, I don't know how it even got there.
Okay. Well, the last time, looks to me like the last time you used it was last June. So let's take a look at your LinkedIn page.
It's even worse.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, basically, let me just kind of look at, so you were in Amway and Manatech. Have you been in any other network marketing companies?
No, not that I could remember anyway.
Okay. And what kind of work did you do before, while you were actively
I was
working?
in the service.
You were?
Yeah, I got out of Amway because some of my troops got into it also under somebody else, and when we went to a couple of meetings, they started calling me by my first name, and I had to get out. Couldn't have that going on at the unit.
So when you say your troops, what branch of the service were you in?
Army.
How long were you in it?
26 years.
And you say your troops, what rank were you when you retired?
Well, I was probably, a captain then.
Okay. All right. And after you got out of the Army, did you work did you do any kind of work?
Well, I had my own business for a while, doing siding, and the company I was working with went out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So
what kind of a business was that?
Putting siding on,
okay.
vinyl siding that we put on the side of houses and even mobile homes.
Do you know your login, the email address that you use to sign into your Facebook and LinkedIn account?
It should be.
Okay, don't tell me.
Okay.
What I want you to do is just go over to the Q&A box. And
I don't see a Q&A box here. I don't know.
Do you see a chat box up at the top? Not on the screen, on the top of the something that says chat.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
If I can get it up. Okay. There it is. All righty.
All right. So just type the email address and the password that you use to log into Facebook and LinkedIn. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back.
You want to go all the way over here?
And we're going to help you get this thing started. Okay?
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure what it is.
All right. Well, I tell you what.
I have it written down, but I don't have it with me. I'm currently in the hospital with my wife.
Oh. Okay. Well, I tell you what. What would be a good time for me to give you a call and or when you can be sitting in front of a computer, and I'll help you get started.
I don't know what to tell you. Tell you the truth, we were thinking we might get out of here today, but it doesn't look like we will. So.
Are you in the hospital? Or is
all my stuff's at the house.
Are you in the hospital? Or is your wife in the hospital?
No, my wife's in the hospital.
Oh, sorry.
I am with her. I'm her 24-hour caregiver.
I hear you. Well, here's what. Listen, Victor. As soon I'm gonna give you a call, leave you a voice message, and when you're in a position to talk to me, we'll help you get this thing going.
Just your whole body.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay, now let me just share this with you, Victor. If we go over on LinkedIn, now you said that you were in the Army, and I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to jump into Terry's account. So we're going to start talking to some of her prospects. Now, once you fill out the information on your profile, you put your, see, to be successful in network marketing today, you have to talk to people. And when you talk to people, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And Victor, it sounds to me like you got a great story. For example, you were in the Army 26 years. You were captain. So we can come up here and you can do a search on LinkedIn for people that were in the Army. And you have 1.3 million people in the Army that you could talk to. Now, this person was a first lieutenant. I guess this person was a captain. And you could just work your way down. Second lieutenant. We could come back up here and say, you know what? Show me all of the folks in the U.S. Army that are veterans, that are no longer in the Army. It's 109,000. 109,000. And now we come up here, we could add one more. Looking. And you've got 9,000, believe me, there's a lot more, Army vets that are looking for an opportunity. So there is no shortage of people for you to call or talk to. Now let's come back up here again and let's look at people in the construction business. And we're looking for people. So there's 18 million folks in the construction business that you could talk to. We can come up here, we could add, how about signing? 83,000 people on LinkedIn in construction, in siding. There's no shortage of opportunities for you to reach out, talk to people. You don't have to say very much about yourself because your profile is going to do it for you. And then it's all about texting. Texting on social networks is talking. And so we're going to pop into Teresa's account. And Teresa is talking to some folks. So we're going to first We're going to unmute Teresa.
Morning, Max.
Good morning, Teresa. So we're looking at Robert Puff. He's a doctor. I just want to make sure you're not driving. Okay. Okay. Now, what we did with Teresa, and we'll spend a little time on this, on the strategy. If you're connected to a lot of people on Facebook and LinkedIn, they notify people when it's your birthday. We come up here to notifications. If we look on Facebook, okay, we go in here on Facebook. Okay, this is from, I don't think this is you. Let's try it again. We had that problem last night when we were trying to get into someone's account in Norway. Oh. Okay, so we'll do a quick security check, and this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why you want to have your email address, not your email. Here, just go ahead and approve it on whatever phone or thing that you're using. Or let's try it another way, and usually they'll put a phone number in. Okay, so we'll just do that, and then we'll show you what you can do with your birthday on Facebook. So here, what we did was we changed Teresa's birthday. And so she's getting a lot of birthday wishes. Now, if we turn around and look, who is Dr. Robert Puff? Speaker, corporate trainer, best-selling author, happy, and host of the Happiness Podcast. And so the man is clearly very active. He's a recognized speaker, clinical psychologist. And the obvious question that you would want to ask Dr. Puff is, in all of the time that you've been a speaker and a corporate trainer, have you ever trained or worked with people in network marketing? Now, this is written in third person. In other words, we're talking about Dr. Puff. Now, why would somebody like Dr. Puff be interested in a network marketing business? Well, because it generates income. In Teresa's situation, he could very well be interested in the products. She's working with a company that has a medical device which is just coming into the United States, but it's been around for a long time. And since he's into holistic health, he could be very interested in this. So let's take a look at the nature of the conversation. So you have been connected to him. We go all the way back. So you connected to him in March of 2018. And And so he reached out to you. Okay, so he didn't write this. He had somebody write it. This is his follow-up. This is his icebreaker. Okay, so this is his initial message. Okay, this is a kind of like a copy and paste thing. Then after you accepted him, now he's keeping his friends open and connections open, and he's telling you about what he does, and he's giving you his information. And then, congrats on your work anniversary. Happy birthday. Last year. So he's got somebody working on his account, and of course what they're doing is they're just, every time you have a birthday, now this was in October, and now, as a general rule, you own conversations when you ask questions. So he wished you a happy birthday. You said thank you. But of course, this was before Max. All right. The next day he wrote back. Now, it's kind of interesting because if someone had paid any attention and scrolled up, they would have seen that you had another birthday. Now, let's go back and take a look at his profile. Now again, you've been connected to him since March of 2018. And you'll notice that his birthday doesn't show up. Whoops. Okay. What we want to do when we use this strategy is at the end of this message, we want to ask a question. That's the whole purpose of changing your birthday. People wish you a happy birthday. You let them know what the situation is. And now we want to ask them a question. So, Teresa, now that we know what he does, what would be the first question you'd want to ask him?
As part of that post, I did ask something, but something I also would add is that,
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
oh, I'm sorry. Let me do this. Is this better?
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, so I did ask something there at the beginning of that post, on the follow-up, but I would ask something about whether he has ever, been involved in a network company,
Okay.
network marketing company, something like that.
All right. So now here's the thing. The last thing a person wants to read is the question.
Oh, okay.
So these two things here would have been at the end. Okay, in other words, hey, I hope you remember it. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? The last thing you want people to see is that question mark with your question. So, now, before let's come down here and see. And he's been doing this for, according to this, for 30 years. Okay? So if we want to start talking about network marketing, then what we would say is something to the effect that most of the medical professionals, now he's got a PhD, and so let's look at this headline: speaker, corporate trainer, and host of the Happiness Podcast. But it's speaker, and he's a psychologist. So what we would do, LinkedIn said your birthday was today, how fun. So we're going to come over here, and so where is he located? Well, he's in California, so it's early.
California.
It's early. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a GIF. And we're going to go with a cup of coffee GIF because it's early in the morning, and where is my little coffee GIF? What you can do is save these on, actually if I go here and go here, here's the coffee. You want to save more than one place. So you're going to go, good morning. Just as if you were having a conversation. Good morning. Now the last thing he said was, how funny. I can't believe how many happy birthday messages I received. From so many wonderful people. Including you. Okay, so now, speaker, corporate trainer. So we're going to say most of the speakers and trainers that I know have all worked with a network marketing company over the years to create an extra income stream. What companies have you worked with? So this is a nice casual way. We're trying to find out a little bit about them, and we always want to send the GIF first. Why? Because we want the last thing for them to see is the question. Asking the questions up here at the top, sometimes the questions get lost.
Sure.
Okay? So let's go take a look at the next one, which is Mary. I want you to promise me you're not going to do this while you're driving.
Oh, I'm stopped.
Okay. Okay, so here, now, again, now Mary's wishing you a happy birthday. And we can go back. And let's, just for the heck of it, you can see how long you've been connected. Well, this was Sunday. So you reached out to her. And let's take a look at Mary. Now think about this for just a minute. In order to be successful in your business, you have to talk to people. Imagine going to some kind of a big social event, 2,000 people walking around, but you don't know anybody there. You don't know anything about them. But what if you had all of this information about someone at that event? Better yet, what if I told you that there'd be people there wearing green shirts, and all the people in green shirts are looking for a business opportunity? You could literally walk up to the people with green shirts and start a conversation. So she's a senior Medicaid consultant. We come down here, and what is this? I'm currently looking for a full-time remote position. Is that her, or is that somebody else?
I think that's her.
Okay, let's see.
That was part of the reason I connected with her, because I used to work with the state and determine that same stuff.
Okay.
Plus, I'm currently a business analyst
Mm-hmm.
in project management, so that was, and she's in Kansas City.
Right. So you got a lot in common, and we come down here. So we just connected, and of course, every time you look at their URL, when you see they haven't done anything with that, it's a pretty good chance that they've never done anything with their birthday. So let's come back up and look at where did we see that? A little further down. Here we go. Let's look at this. Okay. So she's looking for a remote position. And this was 4 weeks ago. So let's go back to her profile. So the first thing, okay, so we look at this and we can see she stopped working, according to this, at the end of November. So we have December, so she's been out of work for 60 days. So when someone says to you, they're looking for an opportunity, the first thing that would come to mind to ask would be, well, why did you leave your last job? Okay? And get people talking about themselves. So you've got a lot in common with her. Let's go back over to the message. So you reached out to her, she accepted you. And when they write back, these are what we call the eager socializers. You sent this to her at 9:07. She wrote back at 9:10. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? I'm seriously job hunting. Okay. Now, I feel like hitting myself in the head because I went and did all of that background checking, and she told you right here.
Right.
Okay. So So now, when you're going to ask somebody a question, you always look for their answer. Okay. Look for in their answer for the next question. So I'm seriously job hunting. So the first question, again, we could normally ask would be why did you leave your last job? think of the question you want to ask. Okay, write that, put that down. Then, before you hit the send button, go back and look at the rest. And unfortunately, I am now experiencing age discrimination. So, what kind of a question could you get out of that? What question comes to mind? How old are you?
How?
How old are you? Well, right. I'm experiencing age discrimination. So, how old are you? We could have asked, well, how are you experiencing age? Or we could say, why do you think so? Okay? Okay? So these really would be the two obvious questions. Of course, another question would be, what kind of job, oops, are you looking for? And we read that other thing where it says she's looking for something remote. Why are you interested in a job from home? So just in going through, and that's the reason why we don't want to hit the send button right away. So we want to ask ourselves, which of these questions do we want to ask? We got the question, now we can put in front of the question a little conversation. Okay, so for example, now you say you worked in the same, you did the same thing?
I wasn't called a consultant at the time. It was a caseworker for the state. But it looked like she was determining Medicaid eligibility, and that's what I also did.
Okay. So, I used to work for the state
That was of Missouri.
well, we don't have to live, you're both in Missouri, right?
Oh, okay.
I used to work for the state doing the same thing. You've been doing. And then we left that to go to do what? Open up our own business?
Let's see. At that point, I left to no. That's when I got my job that I have now.
Okay.
The corporate side.
Okay, so let's just go. I used to work for the state doing the same thing you've been doing. Now, you said you don't live that far away?
Let's see, that have lived in St. Joe for a number of years. Yeah, I'm in Gower. She's only 15 minutes away.
So where are you?
In Gower, Gower.
So in Gower now. Okay, so now so these are the questions that we would want to ask. Now, we're not, you know, this is the only place in the world where you could ask a woman her age and she'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna
Right.
we're gonna save that, and these other questions. What I would probably do if I was gonna do this in order, I'd leave the age out, and instead of saying what kind of a job are you looking for, I would be interested. The next question would be, why are you interested in a job that you can work from home? Okay. Now, She told you she's seriously job hunting. So, which would be a better question to ask? Why are you interested in a job you could work from home, or why did you leave your last job? Which one do you like?
I would ask, why are you interested in a job you can work from home?
Exactly. That was a test.
I kind of thought so.
That was a test. Because historically, the question every time you're talking to somebody and they're looking for a job, the first thing that should come to your mind is, why did you leave your last job? What kind of a job are you looking for? But you got to take the information that they give you on their profile, on their posts. Now, we'll send that over. And she's probably going to answer relatively quickly. Number one, she's not working. And so my guess is before 1 o'clock, she's going to come back. And so what we want to do, why is she interested in a job from home? And your transition line would be, many of the professionals that are looking for a new career or looking for new jobs are actually launching new careers on the internet. And you started out by saying many of the professionals now instead of meet, many of the professionals I work with on LinkedIn that are looking for a new job are launching new careers working from home on the internet. And then we would ask the question, what experience have you had with network marketing? Even though, when you think about it, what you do is not really the traditional network marketing situation.
Right.
I mean, you'd love it if people would buy one of those machines every month. Okay? You'd love that. But if she's looking, remember, where this conversation is going to go is not only are you going to help her get into a business, but you have a system, you have a process. You can help her. And
right.
what I was originally going to do, and this is a perfect tie-in for that, in our chat document. Let me pull this up. So someone had asked this person, they were talking to a coach, and they didn't answer the question. So we used the slap myself in the head emoji. I just noticed, and you use this if you ever want to take something back. You said something, and man, I just wish I didn't say that. But it has a lot of other effects too. So I just noticed I didn't answer your question earlier about what network marketing companies I've worked with. Now, I know how you feel about your time trying to build, so what happened was they were in a network marketing company, all right? And they just felt like they wasted a lot of time and they don't want to do it again. And you're going to find that a lot of these people have been in more than one network marketing company. Over the years, I've worked, and this is a use of what they call the feel, felt, found strategy. I know how you feel, and until somebody showed me something, and I'm glad. So I gave it another try, and I'm so glad they did. So over the years, I've worked with a number of network marketing companies and never really had much success. I jumped into an opportunity that had a product I was passionate about, but the methods to build the business were too time-consuming for the money I was making at the time. In other words, they didn't have any internet tools, so they just considered continue to use the products. So, in this case, 10 years ago, I got into a company called, I'm just going to throw this out, actually this was a Melaleuca person, as a customer because I love their products. Now the word coach in your profile's headline is going to attract all kinds of people that will either be trying to sell you leads, clients, or try to enroll you in a network marketing company. The reason you'll be approached, if it's not happening already, is because most coaches don't have a stream of residual income. Coaches only earn income when they're coaching someone. Coaches have no source of residual income. Residual income is what probably attracted you to those network marketing companies years ago. But unfortunately, finding people that want to build a business was harder back then. It's much easier today thanks to social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn. Many people today have a negative attitude about network marketing because of their bad experience. Unfortunately, most people that recruit others have no idea of how to train the people they bring into the business to be successful, and they leave their new recruits hanging. The truth is that network marketing is a great fit for everyone if they receive proper training. Now, with your previous experience in that company and your people skills as a coach, you would be very successful in any network marketing company you wanted to work with under the right conditions. And what you do is you take the high road. Okay? In other words, I'm not trying to sell you on my business. I'm trying to sell you on the notion that network marketing in general is a phenomenal field. So let's go here and look at the next page. Today it's possible for someone with your experience working with people and your coaching skills to be very successful. Achieving success in network marketing today is a team effort where you work with someone that's truly dedicated to helping you succeed, and it's also very important that they belong to a group of people who each help each other become successful. Now, I'm partnered with one of the top earners in the company who is devoted to helping me succeed and everyone that I work with. Now, here's what we're talking about. I'm not saying all of this to try to sell you on what I'm doing, but I have to admit that I'd enjoy working with you. I earnestly suggest you find a company that had products you could be passionate about, then connect with someone that's successful and become part of a team, because as a coach, you're only making money when you're working with the client. The most successful people in network marketing today, people making high 6- and 7-figure incomes, all devote their time to developing people and coaching them to be successful in a business and in life. Now, I have a system. You could call it whatever you want, or just say, I have a system that's enabling me to build a growing business in my company on LinkedIn and Facebook that's generating a growing stream of residual income. And while I'm seriously looking for ambitious people with coaching skills to work with, I'm not trying to sell my opportunity to you. However, if you're open to exploring another opportunity, then please reach out to me. Perhaps it's time to give network marketing a try one more time. So we have all kinds of examples, and this is basically becomes a copy and paste situation. Okay? Copy and paste. Copy, modify, and paste. It's not about you. It's about them. And taking the high road will put you in a position where you can talk to more people, qualify them, and you only talk about your business. Okay? And let's do one more. We have Andrew. Okay, so Andrew Andrew's in Ireland. I would say he's clearly has the date wrong. Okay? Because I don't think he's been doing this for 106 years. And so this is the person that would clearly be interested in your product because he works with horses and he works with veterinarians. Okay, Denise writes, would you go through what to do when someone likes your post but doesn't make a comment? Denise, what you would do is if somebody liked something that you posted, you send them a private message. Don't respond where they liked it, because your response is going to be part of that post. You want to bring up their profile, you want to send them a private message. I really appreciate the fact, or I'm happy that you liked my recent post. And then what you want to do is you want to look at their profile, see if you've ever talked to them before. Then look at their profile. And if we go over to Teresa, in fact, let's go back to her messages. We'll just come down here a little bit. So let's take a look at James. You open up James's profile. You go over here and look at contact information. So you recently connected with him. But there are going to be people that are going to like some of the things that you've done that you talked to, that you connected with 4 or 5 years ago. Or 10 years ago. So this is all part of the process of getting to know somebody, communicating with people. Let me come back over here and see, did we ever get Facebook has what I'm going to do just to keep what you can do on Facebook with birthdays. From your home page every day, up at the top, you're going to see people have a birthday. Every day. So if we click on this,
Call from toll-free call.
Scroll down and look at upcoming birthdays.
From toll-free call.
And what you're going to be able to do, now this has been expanded, by the way. So these are the people that had birthdays yesterday. And that's what they used to show. They used to show you the people that had the birthdays yesterday and then forward birthdays. But now, these are your connections that had birthdays on Wednesday. These are your friends that had birthdays on Tuesday. And we scroll down here on the left. These are all the people that are having a birthday today. We come down a little further, and these are the people having a birthday tomorrow. So you go out 5 days and start 5 days out. Hey, and use the birthday strategy. Then work your way down to 4 days, to 3 days, to 2 days. And then every day you're coming on, you're wishing a happy birthday 5 days in advance. And it will absolutely blow you away. Because at the end of the birthday wish, you're going to ask them, what do you do? Or, what are you doing these days? to find it on a regular basis, go to facebook.com/events/birthdays. And if we scroll down a little further, later in February, everyone take a look. Maybe there's somebody that, and then we've got March. And, you know, you could see someone and you could say, oh, there's Eric Ward. Eric's birthday is in March. So it doesn't have to be his birthday for you to reach out to somebody and say, hey, Eric, you know, it's been a while since we talked, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, the more friends you have. April. Ed Cohn's having a birthday in April, but I don't need to use that as an excuse to reach out and talk to him. Now here's Rob Sorensen. So if I bring up his page, and let me go over here to the messages. Okay, so this kind of, you know, so we were connected back in 2013. Okay, so in our first coaching session, he sent me this. I'm impressed, no blown away. In our first session, I heard from an old high school friend that's now interested in my products. I can't believe how easy this is. Okay, and that was April 23rd. Then he comes back. This was what, 2013? Then he comes back. Then I'm so excited because we used your system, followed your steps exactly, and now I have a new friend who owns a gym and is bringing our products into his organization. It was amazing how it worked as well as we did, and we did it exactly as you demonstrated. We're pumped. We're more excited about our business than ever before. You're all heading down the same road. Once you learn this, you got this. And so at the end of the day, it's all about talking to people. Talking to people. You know in advance who you want to talk to based on what you see on their profile. It doesn't take you more than 4 or 5 minutes going back and forth to discover, is this somebody that needs our products, wants our products, could use our products. Master this process and you are on your way to becoming a top earner in your business. And it doesn't matter what the business is.